This is a special video because it's not me talking. Instead, it's a summary of a book called 2 Things You Need to Understand to Stop Being Lazy by Roy Baumeister. Let's get started. Chapter 1, The Ecology of Willpower. Now, the first chapter is all about understanding where willpower comes from. So what he says is that our environment, our surroundings, they influence our willpower. For example, when we're stressed or tired, our willpower starts to go down. And when we're well rested and in a good mood, our willpower starts to go up. Now, this is important because it means that if you want to do something that requires willpower, like studying for an exam or going to work out, then it's best to do it when you're feeling good and not when you're feeling bad. Also, he says that people have different levels of willpower depending on their personality. Some people are just naturally more disciplined than others. However, he also says that you can improve your willpower by practicing self-control. He gives an example of how people who play a lot of video games actually have better self-control than those who do not, because they've had to learn how to control themselves in order to succeed at the game. But here's the thing, if you really want to succeed in life, you need to be able to exert self-control over long periods of time, not just when you feel like it. To do that, you need to create an environment that makes it easier for you to be productive. This is why some people are more successful than others. They've created an environment that supports their goals. Think about it. If you want to lose weight, it's much easier to do if you have healthy food in your house and you surround yourself with people who are also trying to lose weight. On the other hand, if you have junk food in your house and your friends are constantly inviting you to go eat it, it's going to be much harder. So what you need to do is create an environment that makes it easier for you to do the things that you need to do. This is the first chapter in a nutshell. Chapter 2, How much willpower do you have? So the second chapter is all about how to manage your willpower. Now, the author says that willpower isn't like a muscle that you can just keep on using until it gets tired. Instead, he says that willpower is like a limited resource that you need to conserve. You see, when you exert willpower, you deplete your supply of it. And when your willpower is depleted, you become lazy and unproductive. But there are ways to replenish your willpower. One way is to take breaks and do things that you enjoy. Another way is to spend time with positive people who make you feel good about yourself. And another way is to reflect on times when you've been successful in the past. By doing these things, you can recharge your willpower so you can be productive for longer periods of time. Chapter 3, The Goldilocks Principle. In the third chapter, the author talks about the importance of finding the right level of challenge. According to the Goldilocks Principle, humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on the edge of our current abilities. For example, if you're a beginner at guitar, you're going to get really demotivated really quickly if you try to learn songs that are too hard. Similarly, you'll get demotivated really quickly if you learn songs that are too easy. What you need to do is find the sweet spot, the songs that are just beyond your current level of ability. Once you find that sweet spot, then you'll be motivated to learn and practice. And the same goes for pretty much anything else that you do in life. You want to find tasks that are right on the edge of your current abilities. If you do that, then you'll be more motivated and less likely to get bored or demotivated. Chapter 4, How to Build Willpower. In the fourth chapter, the author gives us some tips on how to build our willpower. And the first tip is to set goals that are specific and measurable. If you want to lose weight, don't just say, I want to lose weight. Instead, say, I want to lose 10 pounds in the next month. When you have a specific goal to aim for, it's easier to stay motivated and on track. Tip number 2 is to break down big goals into smaller ones. If you want to write a book, don't just think about all the work that needs to be done. Instead, break it down into smaller chunks. Start by writing 1 page a day or maybe just 1 paragraph a day. Once you get into the habit of writing every day, then you can start to increase the amount that you write. Tip number 3 is to develop routines and habits. When you have a routine, You don't have to exert willpower to get started on tasks. That's because once you've developed a habit, it becomes automatic. It's like driving a car. At first, you have to think about all the steps involved, but after a while, it all becomes automatic. Now, I know that building habits is hard, but trust me, it's worth it. The more habits that you have, the easier it will be to live a productive and successful life. Thanks for watching. See you next time.